Raider Nation, what's going on? Let's get into today's Raiders mailbag, but before I do, today's show presented by the Fetch Rewards app, a very simple, easy app used to make your life a lot easier. All you got to do is scan your receipts from restaurants, stores that you shop at, and then you can then turn those receipts into gift cards and then go treat yourself. So use chatsports.com/fetch. That link is available for y'all in the comments and in the description. Make sure you use code Raiders to get 3,000 bonus points. Rishissimo Lock. I don't think they should break the bank on Carr, but I think you do extend him. If your idea is like my idea where if you absolutely had to extend him, I think $25, $26 million is more than reasonable. That's what Tom Brady was making. It's what Phillip Rivers ended up making. And if I was Derek and I cared the most about winning football games, I would try to take a contract-friendly deal. And let's face it, $26 million for DC is absolutely a contract-friendly deal. Now, you're going to see a lot of people out there like, oh, he's going to want 33, 34, which is what a lot of these beat reporters are reporting. If Derek wants to truly help the Raiders, I think he can not take so much money and help out the team. But I hear you. I like the idea of extending Carr, but I also understand it because if it's over 30 mil, I'm not going to like it. What up, Michael? He says keep DC. If you want the Raiders to keep DC, spam keep DC down in the comments. Let's go to Raider Ray 365. Hey, Mitch, that was a fumble. Yes, I respected McDaniels for admitting it, and I almost make it wonder. I feel like he walked into the, that was my impression of McDaniels, walking into the interview and was like, hey, it was a fumble. And Mark was like, you got the job. That's how I feel it ended up going down. What up, Simpson JR? Is Rich Bisaccia leaving the Raiders? Yeah, I personally believe that he's going to end up leaving the team. When you look at all the players that said their goodbyes to him, everything that I heard was Bisaccia and his team thought it was I'm going to keep using this word, spit in the face, because that's what I was told. The fact that he didn't get the job, let's face it, the last time the Raiders made the playoffs, Jack Del Rio got a hefty raise. Bisaccia, he got the door. He's been interviewing with the Jags for their head coaching position. I actually think he ends up going to the Bears to be their special teams coordinator. But everything that I hear is, yes, Bisaccia will not be back next season. But what do y'all have to say? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comment section below. Do you think Bisaccia is going to be back next season for Las Vegas? Obviously not as the head coach, but I would have loved to see them try to keep him as a special teams coordinator. Even if that meant give him a hefty raise, he earned it, no doubt about it. Y for yes and for no, will Bisaccia be back next season? This next question is coming in from Cameron Sproul. Appreciate the super chat, my dude. Mitch, why not use the final season on the current contract as a prove-it year for Carr, especially since we have a new coach and GM? I 100% agree. That's what I like. I like prove-it deals. And in today's world, I will never understand all these guaranteed deals. Imagine you doing your job, okay? Imagine, doesn't matter how you do your job, you're still going to get paid ridiculous amounts of money. That's not how the real world works. If it was up to me, there would be no guaranteed money because that's not how the real world is. So that's why I want DC to play out the final year of his contract. You're still making $19.9 million. It is plenty of money. Let's go to Sergio Macias. The fact that the Bengals are in the Super Bowl shows that what nailing your draft does for you, F. Gruden's experiments. Could not agree more. Cincinnati Bengals are the number 1 overall pick. I think it also shows when you have a high-level type of quarterback, when you're able to build around that quarterback. I mean, he's got tons and tons of talent around him at the running back position, at the wide receiver position. It's also key on making key free agent moves, but it also shows that you can have a quick rebuild. Zach Taylor, the Bengals head coach, was a coach that a lot of people thought could get fired. They kept him, they were patient, and now they're in the Super Bowl, and now they have a chance to win it. Let's go to PS4 Films. Love the show. Keep up the good work, Mitch. PS4 Films. I will do my best, though I have to break it to you. As a kid, I was an Xbox guy. Let's go to Keosha Johnson. Re-signed Carr. If anything, he could be traded with a new and smart contract. Well, you don't have to re-sign Carr. He's already on the team. Unless you're talking about next season and then when he would be a free agent. You don't, if you re-sign him next season and you're not going to go ahead and trade him, that doesn't make any sense. I also think, though, for people that want to trade Carr, now's your time to do it because his value is at an all-time high. The Raiders won 10 games. I think you can get 2 first-round picks for him now, and if you don't trade him now and then you decide next offseason, you know what, we don't want to bring him back, then you didn't get anything for him. So if your plan is to keep him this season, I think the plan is then to keep him for a few extra years, though. The 2 extra first-round picks I think you get for him would be nice. Let's go to Victory Formation Jim. Oh, wow. Could Tom Brady come to the Raiders as a coach to join McDaniels and Ziegler? I can't even believe the amount of people that ask me this question. Now, I do my mailbags every single Tuesday. It was official today that Tom Brady retired from the National Football League. You guys have to face this fact, though. No. Tom Brady is not going to come out of retirement, and he's not going to just join McDaniels. He's not going to join anyone. He's done. He's going to hang him up. He's the greatest of all time. He has nothing else to accomplish. And I get Tom Brady, but just because you're a quarterback doesn't mean you'd be a good OC. So I'm going to respectfully say, no, this is not going to happen. I don't know about y'all. Growing up, I didn't live near a Target, and in fact, the only store around me was Walmart and Dollar General. And I live in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, Amish country. Shout out to the 570. But since I've moved to Texas, since I've moved to Dallas, I only go to Target. I never go to Walmart. So out of the 2 stores, which one's better? If you think Walmart's the better store, I want you to go ahead and type W. If you think Target's the better store, I want you to go ahead and type T. Growing up, it was Walmart, but now I am absolutely positively Team Target. I mean, realistically, I could probably give Alex a $100 gift card to Target on like Christmas or Valentine's Day, and she'd be the happiest person in the entire world. W for Walmart, T for Target. Let me know whether you shop at Walmart or whether you shop at Target. Save your receipts. Or if you signed up and downloaded the app already, hey, you can already then sync up your email, you can sync up your Amazon account, and then you're just bingo, bango, you're set up. Go to chatsports.com/fetch to download this app for free. The code is Raiders. You're going to get 3,000 bonus points. Now, what I'm going to show you is this. I'm always talking about, hey, get those receipts, redeem them for gift cards. But then the other day, one of my guys was like, dude, how do you convert those points to gift cards? Well, hey, I got a video to go ahead and show you. So what you guys are going to see how easy it is. Now, you're going to see down there we circled it. You're going to click this button over here. It says rewards. Then you can go up here. You can see how many points you have. What I'm doing right now on the phone is I'm scrolling to see all of my options. And then once you find a gift card that you want, you literally simply click on it. You're not going to have the ability to click on it if you don't have enough points. It's just simply how the app works. So as you can see, we're like, all right, we're going to go with this Amazon gift card. You're then going to go down here, click claim. You're going to be like, yes, I did actually mean to claim this card. And then bang, you have it. You got it all set, and now you can go ahead and use that card, whether you want to shop online. If you want to go to Starbucks, I actually redeemed a gift card on Starbucks. They can just scan it right off your phone. Simple, easy to use. So whether it's Walmart, Target, Amazon, I don't know, did I say Starbucks already? Tons, and I mean tons of store options. All you need to do is turn those receipts into free gift cards. How do you do it? Chatsports.com/fetch. That link is available for you in the comments and in the description. Use code Raiders, though, so they know I sent you. Let's go to David Zahn. Trade Carr, sign a bridge guy, suck for a year. The quarterback class coming out next year are nice. So here's the reason why I don't like this. I am never team tank because look at the Dolphins, right? I mean, the Dolphins were like, oh, tank for Tua. Wasn't all that good. Look in the past, too, of some quarterbacks that people didn't really think very highly of. Dak Prescott. Tom Brady's another great example of that, right? Russell Wilson, Mahomes was a late first-round pick. And for a team, if the Raiders were bad last year, then I would understand it. They went to the playoffs. They won 10 games. It doesn't make sense to tear down a team that went to the playoffs and then absolutely tank just because the quarterbacks next year are better. Nobody thought Joe Burrow was going to be good. Mac Jones was a guy that, it's just, I don't like this idea. David, I got nothing but love for you. I just don't like the idea of tanking and trading Derek Carr. If you're going to trade DC, that's fine, but I'm not going to tank for a quarterback the following year. Well, let's go to Gregory. Not a Raider question, but what are your thoughts on the Brian Flores situation? By the way, love the show, Raider Nation for life. Yeah, I actually tweeted it out. I just couldn't believe, and here's the thing. when I get ready for my shows, there's a lot of work that goes into it. I have yet to really take a deep dive into everything going on with the Brian Flores situation. For those of you that don't know, Flores is suing the Giants, the Dolphins, the Broncos, basically the entire NFL, stating that there's just multiple reasons why he didn't get certain jobs, but it's not only just him. This goes back very, very far. I do think that there is a problem with minority coaches not getting a job, and I think a lot of NFL teams should actually call Mark Davis, should call the Raiders, because they've always been an organization that has done their utmost to make sure that they hire the most qualified candidate. Doesn't matter your skin, race, doesn't matter any of that. But the Brian Flores situation is very interesting, but I don't want to say something until I do my full research on the entire situation. Now, if you guys love the Raiders, if you want to stay up to date, and if you want to be featured on a future mailbag, go ahead and subscribe. We go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Now, as you noticed, Sunday, I went live. Why? Because there was breaking news. Now, for those of you who are like, wait, you went live on Sunday? If you didn't know that, it's probably because your notifications aren't turned on. So this is, again, the time of the year where you need to subscribe, turn on those noties. 40% of the people that watch the Raiders Report are not subscribed. So that's a lot of people that I know do not have this notification bell on. So go to your settings app on your phone, scroll down, tap YouTube, tap notifications, turn on allow notifications. So every time I go live, every time I drop a video, you get notified on your phone. Be the very first to know this is how you do it. Let's go to Cole Ramol. Hopefully I got that right, or Rommel. Hey, Mitch and Raiders Report crew. Love your work. Does McDaniel hiring make the Raiders any more interesting for Adams? I'm a Fresno kid looking for a reunion. I mean, you want me to be 100% honest with y'all, if I was a receiver, the McDaniels hiring would actually be less inspiring for me. And the reason why I say that is there's really never been, the only receiver that's ever worked was Randy Moss going to New England. New England's team has really struggled being able to find wide receiver talent in the draft. And even when they go out and sign top free agents, I mean, look at Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar was not even used this year. I actually think the hiring of McDaniels hurts the overall idea if I was a receiver wanting to go to the Raiders because of all the struggles that McDaniels' offense has had incorporating a one receiver. But at the end of the day, it sounds like Carr and Adams, they want to play together. And if Carr wants him bad enough, all you got to do is say, hey, make it happen. An easy way to make it happen is Carr to take less on a contract extension or no money at all and say, you know what, don't give me that money. Go give that to Davante. We got Cali Mike 808. Edgar Bennett is interviewing for another job. I believe he was interviewing for I think it was the Bills OC job, if my memory serves me correctly. Thoughts on bringing Tim Brown as a wide receiver coach? So I know Tim Brown is Mr. Raider. Everybody loves Tim, arguably the greatest wide receiver of all time. But I also know that the Bills, they just hired an OC, so I don't know if Edgar's going to leave now. He's a well-respected wide receiver coach. The video of him and Zay Jones, I know I put out on my Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365 a few weeks ago, really inspiring to me. But I know Tim People was a name that kept on popping up. Tim, if you want to join the staff, I think it would help out the team a lot. But he's also never been a coach. I'm just saying, it'd be pretty interesting to me. So here's my question. You brought up Tim Brown. Who's the greatest Raiders wide receiver of all time? The greatest Raiders wide receiver of all time. I want you to go down in the comments and let me know. There's definitely some names out there. My vote will go to Tim Brown. I know there's going to be some people that throw out Cliff Branch. Belinda Koff is another, obviously, a great. You could maybe say Michael Crabtree. I guess he might get some votes. I guarantee there's going to be some people that throw out the name Hunter Renfrow. So who's the greatest Raiders wide receiver of all time? If you want to give a shout out to Jerry Rice, I think Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time, though I think Tim Brown at his peak with the Raiders was better than Jerry Rice at his peak with the Raiders. That's why I'm going with Tim. Now, if I don't get to y'all's questions, I am going to be doing an Instagram Live on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. This is going to be your opportunity to come, ask me more questions, and then I actually have people join the show with me. It's really interactive. It's basically what you see here, but it's also going to be a little bit more laid back. So set a timer, join me, give me a follow on IG. Hopefully you guys tune in and listen to what I got to say. Ronnie Smith, off the top of your head, okay, besides Adam, what 5 free agents would you like to see? I personally think that the Raiders need to go ahead and they need to address the right tackle position in free agency because I think that they're going to keep Alex Leatherwood as a starting guard. I want to have more veterans around him. In terms of some of those guys, I like Morgan Moses a lot. Let's say you want to put Denzel Good as a right tackle. Then you can go out and get somebody like a Brandon Scherf would be a very interesting name. In terms of some other receivers, Allen Robinson, Michael Gallup. I actually love the idea of going out and getting somebody like DJ Chark. If you're looking for a Swiss Army knife on offense, Cordell Patterson. He's got some connections there with New England as well. Those are just some guys on the offensive side of the football. If you want other positions, defense, just let me know. Let's go to Jay Youngblood, extend Carr. If he can help convince Davante to come to the Raiders on a more friendly deal. If not, Carr plays a prove-it year and sign Robinson. I like the idea of Allen Robinson, and I know Robinson has been connected for a very long time to New England, so I do think A-Rob is absolutely a possibility, and you're going to be able to get Robinson on a much cheaper deal. I see reports out there that Davante wants $30 million a year. That's a lot of money to go out and pay any type of receiver, but if you can extend Derek Carr, if you're telling me right now, extend DC on a deal like $25 million a year, and they get Davante Adams at about $25 million a year, I'm, again, much more interested in that. Let's go to Elias Rosenthal. What happened to Jim Harbaugh? It's a great question. Harbaugh is flying into Minnesota as it stands right now, and he's interviewing to be the next head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. I think he's going to be the next head coach of Minnesota, if I'm being 100% with y'all. And it sounds like he wanted to come to the NFL. It sounded like he had legitimate interest in the Raiders. When you hear about the amount of people that reported that Harbaugh had legitimate interest in joining the Raiders, the issue was this. Mark Davis didn't. And it came down to Davis not wanting Jim Harbaugh, and that's the reason why he's not the head coach of the Raiders. Let's go to Phil. What are the chances we get both Adams and Chark, and what kind of contracts do you think they would get? I mean, if you want to go out and get Adams, I personally think you're going to have to give him $25 million at least a year. If I was Davante, I'd sign a 3-year deal, whatever the heck Carr gets, 3 years, type of an extension, $25 million. And DJ Chark, since he's coming off a year where he was injured, I would sign a 1-year prove-it deal on a cheaper deal and then go ahead and try to break the bank in the next offseason. Let's go to Felipe. What do you think of Quandre Diggs? Coming over. So I like Quandre Diggs. He's a good player. What's going to be interesting here is what exactly the Raiders decide to do at the cornerback position, because you have Casey Hayward. You decide to bring him back. You have Trayvon Mullen, so you basically only need one more corner. I mean, if I'm going to go out and spend at a cornerback position, J.C. Jackson has been one of the best corners in the National Football League. He's the top free agent cornerback this season, has got a lot of connections with New England. It wouldn't surprise me if he throws on a jersey that represents silver and black as well.